Okay, we're in.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Legion Report podcast. Today our sponsor is Bell's Fruit. So Bell's Fruit is a local fruit and veg supplier. You can catch them on Bell's Fruit Facebook page or contact Lloyd Smith directly, and we'll put some details up in the links, in the podcast links. So local fruit and veg parcels that are delivered directly to your door. So keeping yourself nice and isolated, but also obviously keeping your good nutrition up as well. So Bell's Fruit, check them out on Facebook or contact Lloyd Smith directly, and we'll put some details in the links in the links with the podcast as well. So today, guys, we've got Mark Coombs with us. And Mark Coombs is a guy that Ray and myself know well through training and gym stuff. But what we don't know is we don't know too much about Mark's previous life and Mark's sort of what we could say professional career. So I'm really excited to have Mark on today. We're really looking forward to hearing his story. So my name is Danny, and we've also got.
So you got my name's Ray, and then also you've got Mark over there in the corner. In the blue
My name's
corner.
Mark.
Yeah, like Danny said, we're really excited to hear your story today, Mark. But what we do first, we're going to just get a bit of a background story of build up to it. Find out first of all where you were born and where you grew up.
Well, I was born in Cornwall, born in Truro. My dad was in the Navy, so he was based out there. So, yeah, I was born over Cornwall, moved to Pompey when I was about 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you probably don't really remember much about Cornwall, just to probably...
No, I don't remember anything about Cornwall. I don't remember much, really. I've been hit a lot, so that's what I've had to write some notes today to make sure I remember. My memory ain't one of my strong points.
Were you blocking with your head then, were you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I've done a lot of head blocking when I was younger, yeah. Definitely.
So what school did you go to in Portsmouth?
My primary school, I went to Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
So I was Catholic, so I go to a Catholic school. So Corpus Christi when I was primary, and then secondary school St Edmunds, which is in the town centre.
And do you have any fond memories of school? Do you have like?
Not again. I can't really remember. Like a lot of things is just fuzzy. I could tell you every single fight I've ever had.
Yeah.
I've had like 80 fights. I can tell you every single one, what date they were on, what the result was, but anything outside of boxing,
just touching on childhood before we go into the main stuff.
Yeah.
Was there any experience of being bullied or anything like that? What made you sort of go into boxing?
I wasn't really bullied. I got picked on a bit because I was quite chubby. Ginger, glasses, asthma. I was not exactly the athlete. Yeah, I'm not. So, there would be times we'd go down the park and I sort of, a big group of lads would usually come over. My mates scatter and it usually be me left there getting a little dig. Yeah. But it didn't really bother me. I've always been quiet and just sort of put my head down and ran off in the end.
Yeah.
But, yeah, nothing too serious or anything, but yeah.
So was that the sort of, how young were you then? So starting the boxing. So how young were you when you decided that boxing was just sport? I mean, was it something you sort of watched? Did you have like a hero or somebody that you looked up to in the boxing world, or?
No. So every summer holiday we used to go to my cousin's house in Cornwall. So we'd go to Cornwall with my 2 cousins, Stephen and Sean. And they both kickboxers, and Sean was a pretty tasty kickboxer. And so this would have been the summer before secondary school, and they were big into it then. I think Sean had maybe won some sort of British kickboxing title. I'm not sure which one. And so they made the little gym in one of the rooms, and they were just going in there training, and they were taking me in there. They love boxing better than kickboxing, but they lived in St Austell in Cornwall. which is a small town. There's no boxing club, so they done kickboxing instead. So we're going there, hit a bag, watch some Nassim. We watched a hell of a lot of Prince Nassim that summer, and yeah, that's sort of loved it from there. And what they used to get me to do, they'd get me to put my hands behind my back, get on my knees, and they'd just give me a few digs in the face, and they'd just take turns in doing that. And they were like, "You can take a shot, maybe give this a go." So when I got home, the first thing I'd done, my next door neighbour belonged to the Stacey Club, so I asked if I could go along with him, and yeah, as soon as I got there, sort of felt that's where I should be. Never look back.
Really? So you say, did you start following Nazim after watching it?
Yeah, all the time, every fight he had. Nassim was the boy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Kelly he had a fight with?
Kevin Kelly, yeah, when he first went to New York and he got dropped three times, didn't he?
Yeah. That was
it was a great fight. Yeah, great fight.
Yeah.
It was only a 3-rounder and it was like fight of the year.
Yeah, definitely. I remember that. That was epic.
I actually watched that last week as well.
Yeah, who put him away? Because when he had that loss, he didn't come back after that, did he?
Yeah, he lost to Antonio Barrera.
That's it.
Marco Antonio Barrera, yeah.
He got a bit scored
Did
in that one,
he came back. He had one fight when he come back. He came back for one. He wasn't great.
Yeah.
He still could have carried on, and then he just started eating, didn't he? A lot.
Oh, mate,
which is what a lot of boxers, as soon as they stop boxing, they just eat, because a big part of boxing is not eating.
The weight
diet is horrendous.
Yeah.
We basically get taught not to eat. Yeah, you basically, you don't eat. There's some of the things we used to do. I used to live on, like, they used to call me the Campino kid. Remember those little hard-boiled sweets, Campinos?
Yeah.
That's what I'll have a Campino, have a little suck on it. And that'd be my dinner. Yeah.
Wow.
I could keep one of them in my mouth for a good hour or two, and that would keep me getting my nutrients.
So, just going into your boxing, did you do much ABA's amateur boxing?
Yeah, so I had 70 fights as an amateur.
70 fights.
I had 70 fights as an amateur. My first fight was when I was 11, which was back in 97.
Yeah,
1997 I had my first fight in Hastings, October the 27th, I believe it was. See, I can remember stuff like that. Yeah. In the old days when they used to be able to smoke as well.
Oh mate, I remember boxing when I was smoking. It was terrible, wasn't it?
Oh, I've got you can't even see I've got VHSs and you can't see the ring.
No, it's horrendous.
Wow.
And you used to just go in there and everyone would be smoking and it was horrible.
I was like you, mate. I used to have asthma, so I used to have to have about 3 pumps before I went in.
Yeah.
And then it was like you're just inhaling all this smoke. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, well, that's what you got me in the corner, and I'm having asthma. Getting back to the corner, having my asthma pump.
Yeah.
But
that's mental.
Sorry, Dan. Did you so when you went for the ABAs, did you get to the ABA finals or do anything like that?
No. To get to the ABA finals, especially in the old days, was so hard. I didn't really get anywhere in championships, so I would have thought I've done 4 schoolboys. Yeah. The furthest I ever got was Southern County finals, 2 junior ABAs, again Southern County finals, 2 NABCs. Only ever got to the Southern County finals. Yeah. And I think I've done 4 ABAs seniors, and I won the Southern Counties and lost in the quarterfinals. That was my last ever amateur fight, was quarterfinals of the ABAs.
Right. And how old were you then?
I would have been 23.
Oh wow! So
because I always said you couldn't turn pro unless you done well in the ABAs, unless you were ranked 10th in Britain as like an amateur. That's how I always see it. All the good pros, they were top ABA champions, and I had that in my head. I wanted to turn pro when I was 16, but I had in my head that I wanted to box for England. I wanted to win the ABAs, or at least get in the top 10 rankings. And when I got to the quarterfinals, I got ranked 9th. As soon as I was ranked 9th, I turned straight over.
So you knew from an early age Yes, that's what you wanted to do for a living.
Yeah, well, probably the day I watched Naz,
That's what you.
and before I even started, I thought I want to do this.
Yeah.
It was what I wanted to do, and yeah, I working in that. Even like when I started plastering when I was 15, I was never really worried about learning how to do it properly because I thought, well, I'm going to be a professional athlete. I'm probably going to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
I don't really need to learn this. It's just a bit of training in the meantime. And it's definitely not like that when you turn over. There ain't that sort of money.
No.
So what's the so give us a little idea, and the guys that are listening. So just give us a quick idea as to what life was like as a professional. So you sort of made that jump and you flipped yourself around. Let's say when you hit the top 10 as an amateur. So what was life like? You know, was it as really difficult, or you know, was things
it wasn't much
easy,
different. I've always trained 2 to 3 times a day, even as an amateur. I've trained like I was a pro anyway, so there was no big difference. The only difference is when I first turned pro, we had to drive. I trained in Southampton, so I had to drive to Southampton straight from work, go train over there, and then so I'd finish work at 4 o'clock, go straight to Southampton. I wouldn't get home till 9 o'clock, so I'd leave for work in the morning at 5:30, 6, and get home at 9 at night.
Wow.
That was for the first, and then the trainer I was going up there with, he was from Pompey, and me and another boxer, Floyd Moore from Fareham, he was turning over with me, and he sort of Michael Ballingall's my coach, and he said, "Oh, maybe we should just start a stable up in Portsmouth. There's no point in us going to Southampton all the time when we all live in Portsmouth."
Yeah.
So we came back down here. Paul Morby joined in with us. Yeah, and then we had a little stable down here, and now it's thriving. Now you got Michael Mackinson, who's WBC international champion. That's Michael Ballingall's son. Got Lucas Ballingall. There's so many good fighters in Pompey at the minute.
That's good. Yeah, it's good. It's up and coming, isn't it?
Mm.
So,
Yeah, go on.
No, go on, mate. You always going to say something.
I was just going to say, look, I remember they were all training with us as little kids. Little Mikey was training with us when he was 15, 16, training with all the pros, and even getting in and sparring with us. So we always knew he was going to be a good fighter.
Yeah.
And he was giving us problems as well because he's so awkward. And his little brother Lucas he hits hard as well. He's a featherweight and he's like 6 foot.
Really?
Unbelievable.
Oh,
He's one of the main reasons why at one time I wanted to come back, maybe have another go at it. And I'll come down the gym. There was no one else there because it was over Christmas time. Just Luke who was there. And he said, we'll have a little move around seeing as no one's there. And he was still an amateur. He was a featherweight. He was 18 years old. And I was a professional boxer who had 10 fights, won 10, had a title. And he was hurting me. Every shot he was throwing, I was thinking, I want to stop. I can't have it. And I sort of got home and thought, no, there's no way I can sort of last with the big guns out there anymore. Yeah. I've just been beaten up by a kid, but he's a bloody good fighter, and he's going to go far.
That's good. So just going on to your career then, mate. So you, how long did your career go over? What sort of time was it?
As a professional, it was almost bang on 3 years because you signed a contract. I signed the 3-year contract.
Yeah. And
the day before my last fight, I was probably hoping to maybe get a new promoter after having this fight, or at least just sign a short contract. But the day before my last fight, I got a phone call saying, your contract ended today. You're going to have to sign a new contract. Otherwise, there's going to be no fight tomorrow. So I had to sign a new 3-year contract there and then, the day before my fight. So I was straight away tied into another 3-year contract with the promoter. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the promoter. The promoter done me well. Got me 10 fights, got me 10 wins, got me a title. Yeah. But I don't think I could have gone on to the next level, sort of where we wanted to be with that promoter.
Did you have someone else lined up then? Promoter?
No, never had no one lined up. But it was just sort of, you know, you want to leave your options open. But, you know, I was tied in straight away. Floyd got the same call, and he managed to get a 1-year contract, which he took the 1-year contract, and then he went on, he got out of his contract, boxed on Sky Sports, won the Southern Area title twice. And, yeah, he had a good little career before he had to retire.
Yeah.
But just sort of felt we were sort of stuck in a slump for another 3 years. It's not really what I wanted.
No.
Like we said before, mate, so it's very difficult business to be in, isn't it? Being a professional athlete, a lot of people think you make a lot of money, you know, but it's only really the very top level guys who are making the big money, isn't it?
Yeah, so basically when you first turn over, the first thing they ask you is, can you sell tickets? And if you say, oh, no, I can't sell tickets, they say, well, we'll put you on the road. You're going to be a journeyman. There's not much chance you can win. And if you do win, you're not probably going to get booked for another fight because everyone's going to think, oh, he's a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
Huh.
So you get asked, can you sell tickets? You say, yep, I can sell tickets. And they say, well, you need to sell a minimum of 100 tickets per fight. And say, for instance, the tickets are 30 quid. That's what they used to be around when I was fighting. They say you need to sell £3,000 worth of tickets. So that'd be £800 for you. That'd be £1,200 for the opponent and £1,000 for the promoter. And you will get 10% off everything over 100 tickets. You'll get an extra 10% of that. So that's that. But anything under your 100 tickets you sold come out of your purse. Yeah. So you're getting offered £800 to fight. Yeah. If you only sell 80 tickets, you're £600 short. So you've got paid 200 quid. So the first thing they would do is pay the promoter. The second thing they do is pay your opponent. Yeah. You're the last one to get paid. So it made it harder because you were trying to train for a fight and you're training hard, and at the same time you're thinking, oh, I've only sold 10 tickets. Yeah. And you just and you're phoning people and you haven't seen your mates in ages because you're training for 8 weeks. You're in training camps. We went to Manchester a lot. We went to Halifax. We just went up there for a week or two, training, sparring. So you wouldn't see your mates. You can't go out. You can't drink and stuff. So you phone them, oh, you come and watch me fight. And oh, here he is, just phoning me to get some money out of me again. Yeah. But
yeah, that's a difficult situation.
That must have been hard.
Yeah, it must have been really hard.
Yeah, especially when most people say, oh, yeah, no, I will have one. And even the day before the fight, you're phoning people up saying, you're going to have a ticket. You got to have a ticket, please. Then you're driving around to people's house at like 10 o'clock the night before a fight, dropping off tickets.
Also, like you say, if you make £800, you also, what you're forgetting about is all that paying out as well. So you're obviously paying for a trainer, aren't you?
Yeah, you got to pay pay your trainer 20% of your fight purchase. So no, so your promoter, your manager gets 20%, your trainer gets 10%, and then if you want to get your hands wrapped by, one of the top guys, you got to pay them 50 quid. But my trainer always done my hands, so I never had to pay that. But sometimes the 10% they were getting was like 80 quid. Yeah. I thought, I can't give him 80 quid. He's been with me like every day, driving me to, so you end up giving him 200 quid. Yeah. And you come away with like 400 quid at training your ass off for 8 weeks. I know it ain't about the money, but
is that what a general camp would be then? Probably about 8 weeks long.
Yeah, we never really called them training camps because you should be training all the time. Yeah. But in general, you get told 8 weeks before you're fighting in 8 weeks. So that's when you think, all right, buckle down. Yeah. Yeah. So about 8 weeks, you proper set your sights on training like hard. You start eating properly.
Yeah, tune everything in.
Or not eating, as was the case.
So going into weight cuts.
Yeah, I was going to say weight cuts. How did you find those?
Yeah. The weight cuts were horrendous, horrible. So I'd walk around about 12 stone. So I didn't have, for a boxer, getting from 12 stone to 11 stone wasn't a big jump, but I'm pretty lean as it is, so I didn't really have much to come off. So it would be just a case. There's a few times I used to sleep in my sweatsuit, sleep in a woolly hat, gloves, and a sweatsuit. But the missus love that. You just basically get up at 4:30, go run in sweatsuit and that. No eating, no drinking. Like water was a thing. I've never really drunk water, so coming into the gym with you guys and everyone's stopping having water, it's a new thing. Just never used, because when I was an amateur, obviously you boxed with the same coach as me as an amateur, Teddy Harris.
Yeah.
And he drummed into us not about the eating, no water. There was no water in that gym. If you got caught having a sip of water when you were training,
wow.
Yeah.
He was preparing you though for the future, wasn't he? Really?
Yeah, I love training with Teddy was brilliant because the discipline we got was unbelievable. And honestly, like, I work with one of the boys that I used to box with. I do a lot of work with him now, and our work ethic is second to none because that's how we got brought up. That's how we just trained hard. We don't stop to eat when we work because we don't run off food. We can run off any,
Camperos.
Yeah, Campinos. the Campino kid. Funny enough, it was Lloyd Smith who used to call me that, and he's the one that's with the Bell's Fruit sponsoring the show.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Good man. Yeah.
Can you just take us back to just one of your professional fights? So probably maybe your biggest fight, so the title fight that you had.
Yeah.
And just sort of talk us through your sort of emotions around that, your lead up to it, and obviously like what you felt around it, and just give guys an idea to the lead up to a big title fight.
I don't know. I'm not really an emotional person, so I don't really feel emotion as such. So I don't know. It's just I don't really get nervous. I don't get scared or stuff. Or just
What about excited? Were you excited to be on a big show?
No,
trying to put yourself out there.
I'd like to say I was, but I don't know. I look back at the pictures now, and there's like a picture of me just getting held aloft, and I've got no facial expression. I've just not the bloke out and getting lifted. I've got no facial expression. I'm just sort of like, yep, job done. Yeah, it's yeah. No emotion. But no, it was the training camp in general was hard. Hell of a lot of sparring, just training 3 times a day. I did actually have a friend's stag do 10 days before, which was not the best idea, but I didn't drink. But I had to go away for 3 days to London, just be with everyone drinking and just thinking, oh, this is horrible. And I got back, and I think I was 12 stone 6 when I got back. This was 10 days before the fight, just because I was I couldn't train and I was eating. So I've been doing all this big weight loss and training hard. I trained hard for so long that I didn't think 3 days going to make a big difference to fitness. But yeah, we ate a lot. And while they're all having beers and that, I'll be having my water. So there's a lot of water going in. And I got back and I was 12.6, 12.7, and I had to box at 11 stone. So that was the biggest. That was 10 days, and I weighed in at 10 stone 10 as well for the fight.
Wow.
So what's that? That's 20.
It's almost 2 stone, isn't it?
That's like 22 pounds, isn't it? 21 pound.
So that fight, just take it to that fight. So, like you say, you didn't feel any nerves going into the ring.
No, going into the ring is the easiest thing, because when you're in that change room, you're walking around, you start pacing a bit because there is that nervous energy around. So you're pacing around, but as soon as you are trying to think, is there a way out of this? Could I maybe come off with an excuse where I don't have to fight? Maybe my tummy's feeling a bit poorly, maybe something like that. But as soon as they say, right, you're on, then straight away, that's it. Anything you were feeling before is gone, and you're just straight down looking at that ring, ready to go in.
Did you have that feeling for most of your fights, or was it just because of the the fact that it was a little bit bigger than maybe the previous ones?
No, that was probably the least like nervous walking around the change room was that fight. As a pro, as a professional, I was more nervous as an amateur. I sort of was in my head just knowing I was going to win every fight. I had that sort of attitude because I knew I was training the hardest I've ever trained before as a professional. So every time I went in, I had in my head, I've 100% won this. Whereas that as an amateur, you do have, you take fights at 2 days' notice, and as an amateur, I fought a lot of good fighters. So it was a different level of fighters. I never got to that level where I was fighting the elite as a professional. But as an amateur, I was fighting a lot of elite boys.
Yeah. And I suppose you said, like you said then, you put the work in and you had the confidence that you've done the hard bit, and now it's just...
Exactly. We train properly every single fight.
Yeah. Apart
from maybe going on a stag do 10 days before, but...
So in that fight, then you mentioned that you knocked the guy out. What was that?
Yep.
Then was there any feeling around that? Like you obviously, anything that you remember about that moment?
Sort of. I just remember looking out into the crowd and seeing my mates sort of like jumping up and down, spinning, like so. Just stay down. So yeah.
What round was it?
It was the 7th.
7th combination.
It was a body shot. Left it to the body. That was always my favourite shot. The left hook to the body.
Shot.
Yeah, loved the little left hook to the body.
Yeah.
It was when I first started boxing. There was a kid called Richie Ward who used to box for the Stacey, and he would stop everyone with body shots, and that's all I ever wanted to do. Was he was sort of like my hero, if you could say. Like as a young kid growing up, I'd watch him, and when he was like 16, it was getting talked about that he was going to turn pro. So he was like the boy.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, nothing really happened for him in the end. And I think he probably stopped boxing when he was like 19, 20, had kids. Always see him in the pub now, have a little chat with him. But yeah, I always wanted to be like him, throwing body shots. So that's all I ever used to practice. Left hook to the body, left hook to the body. And then Ricky Hatton come about, and that was his little signature, the left hook to the body. So just study Ricky Hatton all the time. Just watch all of his fights.
If you get hit in that liver, there's not a lot you can do.
Well, if you can't breathe, you can't fight.
Have you seen?
If you can't breathe, you can't fight. So go for the body.
The best one I've seen is Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah. Yeah. That put anyone down, wasn't it?
You could see he was really, he was in some pain there.
Took his soul from him, didn't he?
He did, literally just took it from him, took the fight
Yeah.
out. So going from, like we say, going from that professional career and doing the thing you love, how did it turn to the point where you thought, this is probably
I sort of
I'm going to have to retire or look at something else to do?
Yeah, I sort of fell out of love with it, really, because boxing had been like proper my love, and it was just we'd just had before, 6 months before that last fight, we'd obviously just had Hudson, our first child, and we got a baby, and I'm just waking up in the morning, going training, going straight to work, getting home from work, going training, getting home for about an hour, putting him to bed. Right, I'm off training. See you later. Yeah. So not really getting much time with him. And the weight loss, obviously getting older. So I was 27 when I retired, which is where your metabolism starts to slow down a lot. And I was walking about 12, 4 all the time. And no matter how hard I tried, and I was in that sweatsuit, I couldn't get below 12 stone. It's just impossible. Yeah. So I probably I'll give myself like 5, 6 months off after the title fight and come back properly to train. And yeah, and the weight just wasn't coming off. No matter how hard I tried.
Like you say, you're a lean guy as well. It's not as if you're ballooning up in between.
No. I've never sort of, since being 10, I've never really been chubby or anything like that. I've always been in shape. So I just sort of found it hard. And yeah, just sort of going running. I hated running. And that was the only way I could lose weight. Running was my worst thing, because that just meant it's time to lose weight. Yeah. So I just plod along. Like, I used to wear about a sweatsuit. I had like thermals underneath the sweatsuit. I'd have maybe 2 or 3 tracksuits over the top, pair of woolly gloves, put a woolly hat on in the summer. It was ridiculous. Yeah. I just hated running. And now I just run all the time. Yeah. Soon as I don't have to run anymore, that's all I want to do. All I want to do is go running. But it just fell out of love with it. It didn't help. So we managed to get a date lined up for a fight, and I was training for that. Again, I couldn't get the weight off, and I was sparring, and people I'd usually be good sparring with, they were getting the better of me, because you could tell my head wasn't in it. Yeah. I think it would have been on my 26th or 27th birthday. I was proper drained, weight, so I've just come out, just put my shorts on, no top on or anything. 19th of December, so it's freezing cold, it's raining, left the gym, got in the van, drove home, and I was on the Eastern Road. I was on the middle lane, and a bike just swerved right out in front of my van. So I hit this bike, and so police had to come, and I was outside for a good 2 hours, no top on, just pissing down the rain in December. The bike guy, he was all right. Yeah. I think he might have he went to hospital for a bit, but he was all right in the end. But it just completely threw me off. I didn't want to be driving down that road anymore. And I think, look, a week later, I thought, right, I'm gonna go back to training now. I think literally just after Christmas, I thought I'll go back to training now. And then on the same road, while I was running to training, I see another cyclist get hit by a car, and that one didn't end too good. That's the old outside snows. Do you see the old flowers always on that lamppost outside snows BMW garage?
I know what you mean.
I see that person get hit as I was running back to training after not being training since I hit a cyclist. Yeah. So that just threw me out again. And then I was just like, I can't bother to this. So I spoke to the coach, and he went, I can see your heart's not in it. If you ever want to come back, just let us know.
And I think boxing.
That was it. I never went back.
I think something like that. I think boxing is something. Any combat sport, really, your heart's got to be in it.
Yeah.
Because you've got to put a lot of dedicated time and training in there. Because the last thing you want to do is be in that ring or whatever whatever sport you're in, and not be fit enough to keep your hands up.
Yeah, definitely.
You get really hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it was never a case of the fitness. It was always the weight loss. The weight loss was in it, but it was in the head. Like me and Floyd, every single fight we had, we'd be in the training camp just hating it that we have to lose weight. Going, I think this will be my last fight. Yeah, this definitely will be my last fight. Then you'd have the fight, and you're like, oh, when's the next fight? When's the next fight? Yeah. I just want to fight again. And then you get as soon as you start training again, you're like, oh, I hate this. I hate this.
Yeah.
Definitely after this fight, this is my last fight. I don't know. Floyd carried on for another 3 years after I finished. So I don't know, man. He loves the sweet as well. He always used to we'd go on training camps. We'd be losing weight. He was the worst for losing weight. And we'd always get back into the hotel, and he goes, Mike gone. And he'd get out, got some Haribos. Getting out of the Haribos. Oh, Floyd, what are you doing, mate? Just get out all the sweets. Just cut it every time. No matter where we went, he had a packet of sweets hidden away in his pocket.
Amazing.
He loved it.
So when you finally obviously said that's it, didn't go back, did you have a bit of a hole? Did you have something that you needed to fill? Was Was there a bit of a void there, or were you sort of like, actually there was a lot of relief that you didn't have to feel like you had to do it anymore, and your pressure was off, type of thing?
Yeah, it was sort of hard because sort of boxing was like my identity. No matter where I went, everyone would be like, "Oh, how's the boxing going? How's the boxing going? When you fighting next?"
Yeah.
And then when you start, I don't fight anymore. Oh, right. And then no one's really interested then. So
I don't know what I say.
that's it. They don't speak to you. Then, yeah. So it was sort of strange. And now, like, most people don't even know I ever box anymore because I don't really talk about it too. Well, maybe I do talk about it a bit too much, but yeah, it's strange really. But obviously, I got into endurance events. I just got into running and just doing anything fitness related. I just want to sort of do things now that other people can't do, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like got into ultra running because not a lot of people like ultra running, do they? It's not the nicest thing to do. So I thought, I'll do some of that, and 24-hour runs, stuff like that. And then obviously with you guys at the CrossFit gym, that's just everything's competitive. I still get to be competitive, but in a fun way.
Yeah.
Tell
With a
the
completely
guys,
different bunch of people.
so the guys that are listening, you're not going to be able to see obviously all the medals that are behind Mark. Obviously, the guys that are watching can see that. But also just a quick shout on the years worth of running that you've done.
Yeah, I think it was might have been Christmas. No, it would have been Boxing Day. Me and the wife every Boxing Day, we'd usually stay at her mum's, so they got the kids, and we'd go for a little run. And I sort of say, I'm just run every day this year. From now till next Christmas, I'm just going to run every day. And yeah, well, I managed to keep up 390 days. I managed running every single day. It was a minimum of a mile, but I sort of tried to keep it at 5Ks. But we just entered. I got a little running team, the White Sharks,
Right.
and we'd just enter every single race we could, trying to basically go to an event every week. It kept me running. We'd just be doing half marathons, done a few marathons, done ultra marathons, done 24-hour like team events, obstacle racing, every form of running we could do to make sure I was getting my running every day.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're running on holiday and stuff like that, weren't you?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm going to Benidorm. I remember running at like 5 in the morning because we had a flight at like 7 in the morning. Going running and then going to Benidorm, getting quite drunk on the plane, having a proper mad day and night, and waking up basically on the beach still with my suitcase in the morning because we two of us we couldn't find the hotel, we couldn't find any of the other lads because they got a different plane to us, and both our batteries had died.
Oh no!
So yeah, it was quite a horrendous night, and then waking up, finally managing to phone them, just walking in fully clothed still, putting the bag down. Right, I'm off running. then doing like a 5K run around the mountains in Benidorm, like still in my jeans from the night before.
Amazing. So from going from hating it in training camps to doing a year's worth of 390 days, so obviously more than
yeah. Well, I was going to go for the 2 years. After the 1 year, no one really cared. That's the worst thing. You're doing it, and he's like, "Oh, you finished the year? Yeah. All right, cool. Well done."
I remember, to be fair,
I might do 2 years then.
I do remember you doing it, and I remember following you through social media, and you're doing it, and I was like, "You're still going," and it does give you a bit of an inspiration to go, "Well, if he's going to do it for like that long, then surely I can go out for like." So you did actually help me go for a little run every day.
Well, yeah, it was as much as I was doing the videos just for a bit of accountability when I was running. Just if I didn't do like a video saying, "Oh, I'm doing the run day, whatever," I'd get a message saying, "Oh, you ain't gone running today." Oh, well,
yeah.
right, so I had to do the videos, and as much as like I was getting loads of people taking the piss. Like every now and then, there were people, I haven't been running, and this has made me go for a run today. If you're doing it, and it's sort of like, it picked me up a bit.
Yeah.
But then it was the same. I was putting my workouts on when we started the isolation. I was like, just showing my board, showing the workouts of the day. And again, people take the piss, don't they?
Yeah.
They start taking the piss at you, and then you will get people saying, "Oh, I've just done this workout. Brilliant, thanks for that. Really needed that." And then just one person say, "Oh, you're such a boring bastard." Then I'm like, "Well, I'm stopping that now."
Yeah, and you
That's
just,
it.
the thing is, mate, you've got these, some people get, I think they get like, some people get jealous about it, don't they? Because they're not doing it.
Yeah,
So they start like, oh, look at you. But
yeah,
the accountability thing, mate, going back to the accountability, I think that's a big thing. I think that's a really good tool that you can use to keep yourself, because motivation doesn't, yourself, motivation doesn't last very long.
no,
Quick burnout. But having accountability to like I have accountability chart, so I'll put, so if I've got to challenge myself for the month, I'll put it up and it's in writing. Once it's in writing,
yeah,
I almost feel like I have to do it because it's there.
yeah.
And I've done that with the new kettlebell challenge that I'm doing at the moment, and I've written that up, written all the days out, and I've got to tick them off.
So is it 10,000 kettlebell swings?
10,000 kettlebell swings, yeah. It's 500 a day.
Right.
You do it in like sets, so you do 10 reps. You do 5 rounds basically. 10 swings, then you do a movement like a press or a pull or something. Then you do 15 swings, movement again, 25, movement again, and then 50, and then a minute rest, and then go again for another 4 rounds. But
yeah,
I've written it up because I thought, and then now I've put it on social media as well to make sure, because I thought I've done the week. The hardest thing is just being consistent, isn't it?
yeah.
You get that day, the days you wake up sometimes just feel, I can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean? But because other people know that you're doing it, like you said, with
You
the
got to do it.
you've got to do it, haven't you?
Yeah,
That's what I feel. You quite easy let yourself down, but when you know there's other people watching or maybe waiting out for you to fall or something, then you'll be willing to keep yourself going.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like the accountability stuff.
Yeah, I'm too weak. As soon as one person takes a piss, then I'll just stop.
Oh, mate. There's especially social media, so many trolls.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So
You could give £1 million to every charity in the world, and you'll still find someone to find some piece of negativity around it. It's just, you just can't win. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, what you try and do. There's always going to be at least one person out there that will find the negativity in it, and that's just the way life is.
If you look at some of like the top athletes, mate, I've seen, like, say for instance, Rich Froning, you'll see him snatching and doing like some big lifts and stuff, and then I see comments underneath it, and I'm thinking, and like really negative comments, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
What? Who are you to start like picking up on like one of the best athletes, in the CrossFit Games or whatever? And
It's the same with what's going on now, though. Everyone's just slagging off professional footballers, aren't they, all the time, because they're not taking like the wage cuts and that.
Yeah.
They're giving so much of their money away, and it's just unbelievable how much abuse they're getting still.
People
can't get away
like
from
you
it.
say, you can't get away from it.
So easy now as well, social media, isn't it? Like everyone's got a voice, everyone's got a platform, and that's just, it's just how you, like you say, how you deal with it is how you get past it, or not.
Just ignore the negative, mate, and just and I think that's the best thing you can do. Just ignore negative vibes and stick with people that are positive, and that just make you live a lot happier life, don't you?
That's it, yeah. That's it.
Going on that, mate. How is the lockdown going for you at the moment?
I know it's a bad time and that, but I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I've loved it because just being with the family all the time. I'm still working. I'm still managing to get work all the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of the houses I go to plaster, they're completely empty houses. No one lives there. Got a job at a hospital, doing some plastering at a hospital.
Yeah.
So I've managed to carry on working apart from the shortage of multi-finish all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But it's just nice. I know every weekend I don't have to worry that I've got any plans. I'm with the kids, with the wife and kids, and I've been able to train harder than ever. I've started running again because I stopped running for quite a while. As soon as I came to the gym with you guys, I just done the sort of 400, 600 meter runs that we do.
Yeah.
I didn't go for long distance running, and now I'm on a streak of I think 32 days without stopping again. So we might have another year coming up. I don't know, but
391 is the target.
But yeah, because we're trying to think of stuff to do now. There's no events in that. Me and a couple of the boys that I run with, we're gonna. I like to do a little lap around Fox's Forest. So from my house to the lie down background, from going from one side of Fox's Forest out the other side, is 2.6 miles. And I just sort of said to them, "What do you boys think? Maybe now this would be the first official throwing it out there, so we've got to do it now. If you haven't told anyone about it, but we just said so for 24 hours on the hour every hour, we just do this run for the whole 24 hours. So it'd just be over 100k by the end, 2.6 miles back. You get your 20-minute break or whatever." 2.6 mile every hour through the whole night.
Yeah.
So that is now our chat. We're setting it for like round July. We're aiming for July the 17th, but it all depends on the rules.
Yeah.
Looking at what Boris just said, July looks like we might be able to, run in. Four of us might be able to run together by then, but we can't officially put a date on it. But that's what we're aiming for. And once we can officially put a date on it, then we'll set up some sort of charitable way of donating and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Mate, that sounds amazing.
Just something to set out doing.
Do you feel like, and I think I've known you a lot since we were younger, actually, and you've always wanted to find a challenge, and you think do you think that's a fair statement of you? Do you think that you always have to have something to aim for and a challenge that's got to be in your head?
Yes, well, obviously, back to the boxing, when you fight, you got a date coming up, so you train hard for a date, and then as soon as that date's not there, it's hard to train.
Right, yeah.
And then you get told you get a date, then that's it, you're back in training, you're full-time training again. So doing that since I was 10 to 27, then, now I need to, I've got to train. I've never been out of shape, so I need to train. But if I haven't got anything to train for, I don't really want to train. So I've constantly got to set a challenge, give myself a challenge, or get on an event. It's just, it's the only way. What's the point of training if you've got nothing to train for? Yeah, that's the way I think about it.
I think that's quite a good message to send out as well. I think the problem with when a lot of people gone into lockdown now, and they're finding it hard to train. Obviously because of stress for work and business and stuff like that, and being constantly with their family all the time. So it's finding the time. But you can find the time if you look for it. But what you need to do is, like you said there, is set yourself some either goals or some challenges to get that training going and to train for, haven't you?
Yeah, there's so many online competitions. You could do online competitions, or you can. There's virtual half marathons, virtual marathons. So we've done a half marathon every weekend for like the last 2 weekends. We're going to carry on doing it now up until this run. Just run a half marathon every weekend. And if you feel like you don't want to do it, you just go online and type in virtual half marathon or virtual marathon and just go, right, it's £5. That money's going to charity anyway. Yeah, I've got to do it now. I've just entered it.
Yeah. Don't necessarily have to be like you say, like a half marathon like you.
No, they got 5Ks, 10Ks, or anything.
I think it's anything just to, even if you challenge yourself to say, right, I'm going to run 5 miles by the end of the month. And then stuff like that. You just build it up as you go through and just make little challenges. We were just saying then that we said in the last couple of podcasts that training's so good for your mental health as well as your physical health.
Oh, definitely.
And did you find that what helped you? You know, I know you said you lost the passion for boxing, but it was still a big void. Like that was your life for so long, and then now that wasn't there anymore. Do you think we talked about?
I don't know. I think I've made a easy transition, but I don't know whether it's because I've gone straight into being competitive. If I stop doing any sport or doing events, then it probably would hit me. If I don't train for a day, then I'll do like I am a nightmare. Like my missus tells me to go train because she's like, just go in the gym, just go do something. Because and then you come out and I'm fine. It's just I couldn't physically have a rest day.
No,
I couldn't do it.
We don't have any days off.
I have no days off ever. No. No. Like most of the time now, I still train 2 times a day. I've trained like twice a day since I'll probably start training twice a day when I was about 16.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like when your mates are saying, "Oh, why are you training? Have a day off, and stuff." Well, I'll get up early. Get it done before the kids are awake.
Yeah.
If we go for a long run, we get up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock and go for a long run.
Yeah.
So we can, my mates have kids and that, so we like to get it done when no one's up, so you're not missing out on anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not affecting anyone else's life, so.
No, you just go to bed earlier, get up earlier, and go for a run, get it all, do your training, then by the time you get in, it's time for the kids to get up and have breakfast, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. Usually when I get in, they're just waking up.
Yeah, I do the same. Yeah, it works. I think that works. I think because otherwise it's not fair that you go and off and do your training while your missus has to keep looking after the kids all the time.
No. There was a stage where I was like training at nights, and that's why I done the gym in the garage.
Yeah.
So I'd be going training at 7, and the kids weren't asleep, and then it's like, right, I'm off. So she have to do the nighttime feeds and that, and it's just like. So I thought I'll just invest a bit more into the garage, so I don't have to go to if I need to train at night, I'll just come in the garage.
Yeah.
And I've trained early mornings now for like the last 6 years. And it's the easiest thing to do. And if you want to train twice, I'll just come in the garage. Which it's been nice to use, and because I do prefer going to the gym than training in the garage, but it's been nice using this every day. Yeah. And realising like I'm bloody lucky to have everything I've got here.
Yeah.
So,
you've got quite a bit of kit there, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing else I need. I've got pretty much everything. Yeah. I think just before the isolation started, I brought a slam ball, a nice 50-kilo slam ball. They're the best things ever.
Yeah.
Just throwing them over your shoulder, and a set of rings, so I can still do the dips and the pull-ups on them.
Yeah.
And that's everything. Got the rack and the weights and the turbo trainer, and then a nice little 400. Basically, the round Anchorage Park where I live.
Yeah.
The little lap of the houses is almost exactly 400 meters. So I've got the perfect for doing little workouts and that.
Yeah.
So ideal, isn't it?
It's just perfect. Keep the garage door open, do some workouts in here, run out. Yeah, it's nice. Just need to get the guts up to swim in the lake in Fox's Forest.
Oh God!
I keep looking at it and just thinking, oh.
You survive a swim in there. You survive a coronavirus.
Yeah, it does look pretty awful. And I just keep thinking, I've never seen anyone swimming here. I've lived here for like 9 years.
That's the reason.
Should I be the first? I don't know.
I don't even think I've seen ducks or fish in there, mate. So
there's definitely ducks. We go feed the ducks. There's a couple of swans as well. There's a couple of swans in there.
Oh, you'll find them.
Yeah.
You'll find.
But you definitely can't see the bottom of that water.
No.
What's the future hold, mate? What you got planned for the future? Got anything like? I know you're expecting, aren't you?
Yeah, we got another little kid on the way, so that'd be number 3. So we got a little boy on the way.
Yeah.
So
Congratulations.
Yeah, that'd be fun. September the 14th. 3 kids, brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, you know, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not
That's
breaking
why I'm
man, are you?
laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, it'd be fun. No, it'd be good.
It's hard, but it's good as well, you know. Yeah.
It doesn't worry me about waking up in the night and that, so
Yeah.
I'm not really a sleeping person.
That's the hard bit, isn't it? Sleep, lack of sleep, I think.
Yeah.
We find obviously with ours that when you got two, it's easy. It seems easy
Hmm.
because they play nicely together. Because that third one just kicks it off. There's some sort of Danny. You've been around a couple of times, mate. It just kicks off, doesn't it?
Even when we speak on the phone, it's just like it's like
Yeah.
UFC's just gone off in the garden on the trampoline. It's like, yeah, I've got to go because it's just gone off in the garden.
Yeah. But my two kick off with each other a lot, so yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So Hudson don't like anyone touching his toys, so he picks it up, and Susan C picks it up. She wants it.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, just let her have it. Then he'll have a moan because, oh, why are you always letting her have my stuff? And
maybe the third might do, the opposite to Ray's girls. Then maybe he might just like chill everyone down.
yeah, he might be like me, just no emotions, just chilled out, just
Yeah. Love
just a
running.
blank face. Yeah, come in the gym with me all the time.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to get Hudson to come in and train with me, and
Yeah.
he'd do a little work. If he writes the workout, he wants to do it.
Oh, okay.
But if I tell him what to do, he wants none of it.
Really? Yeah.
But let me write a workout, and he'll go up and put something on the board, and say, oh, right, we'll do that. And then he'll have a bit of enthusiasm.
Yeah.
But other than that, and again, if I want him to come running, I've got to enter him into some sort of race, like a little 1 mile race, just so he gets a medal. So he thinks every time you go running, you get a medal now. And if you ain't getting a medal, you don't want to come.
Sounds about right, that. Brilliant.
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, mate. So that's also, like I say, yeah, good. Really interesting listening to your story.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you coming on, mate. And
Always, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good. So yeah, just guys, if you want to subscribe, like, share the podcast. It's all on the YouTube channel. Also, Danny's got some more news for the audio version, haven't you, Dan?
Yeah, so the audio version now is available on Spotify. So we've now been accepted to have the podcast up in Spotify. So if you do have Spotify, then just search the Legion Report podcast and you'll find our podcast, all of our audio versions in there.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, guys. So next one we're going to be doing is episode 5, and that's going to be with Lana, and she's got a very interesting story to tell you, and we can't wait to obviously share that one. So that one will be coming out pretty shortly after this. Okay. So again, Mark, thank you again, mate, for your story. Brilliant.
Yeah, thanks, Mark.
No, thanks for having me.
All right. And
hopefully we get back in the gym soon.
Let's hope we all get back soon and start training properly. Okay. All right.
Stay safe, everyone.
Yeah. Stay safe.
See you later.
See you later.